International Baccalaureate, or also known as IB, is a program for smart people who want to have a good college rap. Now, I'm zoned to an IB school, which has its perks, but you're also expected to do a lot more if you're not enrolled into the IB program. This is where the IB project comes in, which is also titled the Personal Project, and wow, this was a interesting experience to say the least. Usually at the beginning of these videos I try to make it comical, but this time I chose to just have some background before I tell you all about the circle of pain. Now I'm going to try to keep this message brief. After I recorded that beginning part, I realized how monotone I sound. It's because I haven't done this in a while, and also I'm pretty tired. Like, I had a long day today and it's 9:32 p.m. here, so yeah. I'll try to keep some parts cheery, but it's not guaranteed that my voice is going to sound less monotone. So what is the IB project exactly? Well, here you go, little curious George. It's a 6-month personal project meant to improve or learn a new skill when you're in 10th grade. But honestly, when I saw that this was supposed to be due in 6 months, I procrastinated. Like, at that point, 6 months is just axing to be procrastinated on. Not to mention how my principal decided instead of 6 days every quarter that they provided to work on a report and or project, she decided to say, let's make them suffer, and made it so there was only 1 day out of every single quarter for us to work on the report. Like, a 15-page report on a project doesn't sound that bad when you're in high school until you start procrastinating in spring break and you wake up at 10 in the morning, it's Sunday, you check your calendar and realize that it's due tomorrow. Now, personally, I did my project on animating on Google Slides to try to get better at it because Canva for sure ain't helping when it's lagging and disconnecting all the time. And the due date for that video is tomorrow. So this video might be way too long, so I'm gonna split this into 2 separate videos, possibly 3 depending on how I'm feeling when it comes to animating and voice acting. Part A of the project is New Beginnings, the start of the 6-month suffering that I can guarantee you will go through. Part A, you're supposed to give background about the topic and like why you want to do it. If I recall, within the report I actually slipped in the word idiot for fun or something like that. Now keep in mind, by the end of the report, it will go to the big eggheads at IB. By the time that I'm making this video, I hadn't gotten my grade back, but I know they won't appreciate the informal wording of my work, even though it's supposed to be a narrative. Then after the background, you're supposed to set up a learning attention and a rubric to grade yourself on, and blah blah blah. Honestly, think of part A like this. Part A is more like a setup, like when you're doing setup missions in GTA 5 before the big and more interesting part of the mission. At the start of this, I thought I should work on a 15-minute animation that I would just work on like an hour a day, but then a month passes by and I only have scraps for a script. Then I stopped sometime in December and finished the script during spring break. Do you understand how far back I was when I'm making this animation? A script that I started back in October was finished in March. That's not to mention I have to still do voice acting and animation. To put it simply, I was chalked. Some may say I was more than cooked. I was charred. Here's where I'm going to stop the video. Yeah, I know. Shocker. I still have part B and C to go over. It's all inside of the script, but I'm already approaching like 4 minutes of this video, and I do not want it to exceed like 6 to 7 minutes right now. So for this video, I'll label it part A. Just like the BS parts of this devilish project that I procrastinated on. Trust me, in part B, I will finish the rest of this script. And then part C, I will go more into depth as to what I had to go through and why I hate the IB project. I will also complain about my principal while I'm at it. It's because a lot of this could have been prevented if she didn't make any changes. And sorry for my voice being so monotone. Yes, I'm apologizing again. Hopefully I can get everything else voiced in a normal voice without me sounding like I just woke up. Anyways, peace.